Alright, what's going on, everyone? It has been a long time since I've made a video on this channel. I want to do a bit of an update video because I've been noticing, I'm continuing to get more and more subscribers. I'm noticing, people are still commenting on my videos and this sort of stuff. And so I want to kind of address why it has been a long time since I've made a video and why I'm just not really active on this channel anymore. So if I recall, the last video that I made on here was talking about how I just got that yellow GT. I think that's the last video that I've uploaded. I can't remember for sure. I was talking about, oh yeah, this is going to be really cool. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on this car. I'm going to, keep the channel active and everything. And I don't know, I ended up really not doing anything with that car. I mean, it already had exhaust on it. It already had a lot of the visual mods and stuff that I did on the blue V6. So really, other than a performance build where I do maybe some sort of forced induction, whether it be turbos or a supercharger, whether I do cams, whether I were to do stuff like that, there really wasn't all that much simple stuff that I could do on that car. And then also, that car, it did kind of have some mechanical issues, so there were some things I had to take care of before I would have been able to do any of that stuff. And then after that, it was just the money that it would have cost to be doing builds and that sort of stuff. I just really didn't have the money. I had just graduated high school. I was getting ready to start college. I was trying to work to, earn money because I took out no student loans to pay off college. I paid everything out of pocket. So I really just didn't have the money to do anything with that car. And then also, I wasn't sure how long I was going to be keeping that car. So really, there were a lot of reasons that were just kind of pointing towards I might as well not do anything with the car. So then after I had that GT for a little over a year, in July of 2017, I sold it and I bought a 2013 Ram. And I kind of considered maybe doing a lift on it, but then again, it was the issue of I was in college, still trying to pay that off and everything. And I didn't have the money to be spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a lift and another $1,000 on wheels and tires. So it just got to be at a point where I wasn't having the money to be doing anything cool. So the channel just kind of sat. I wasn't really doing anything with it because I didn't really have anything to do. And I guess really kind of the whole reason that I started this channel was because of the blue V6. I had some things I wanted to do with that car, and I pretty much did all of them, so I didn't really have all that much to do. So I didn't have anything else to do to be uploading on the channel. So then, I think it was May of 2018, I got a motorcycle. It's just like a little Honda CBR 300. It's nothing too special, and so I've actually got into motovlogging. So I thought about keeping this channel for the motovlogs and just uploading my motovlogs to this channel, but I decided not to do that because I felt like it would have been kind of two very different types of videos where most of my subscribers were more interested in looking at car stuff, how to do things on cars, how to customize, step-by-step walkthroughs on how to do things, where motovlogs aren't really that. It's basically just me, a jackass on a motorcycle, talking, So that's not really what this channel was geared for. So I ended up creating a second channel. I will include the link for it in the description if you guys want to take a look at it. If you don't, it's no big deal to me. And so now, as of this point that I'm talking about time right now, 2018, I still had the truck, I had the Ram, and I have the motorcycle. Well, in November of 2018, I actually traded in the Ram, and what I currently have now is a 2019 Charger RT Blacktop. Now, this car is leased. I was absolutely not prepared at all to be getting this car. At one point, I was like, you know what, I'm going to swing through the Dodge dealership, see what they have in stock, because I was kind of thinking about getting a Charger here in 2019. And so I stopped in to take a look. I test drove this car, loved it, so I wanted to see what they'd give me for trade. And as we were kind of talking about financing and all sorts of that stuff, the payments would have been way too high if I were to actually buy it outright. They would have been like $700, $800 a month. I was like, yeah, I cannot do that. And then the other thing is sales tax, is Nebraska has ridiculous sales tax and wheel tax. So it would have been like almost $5,000 for me to license and register this. I was like, I don't have the money for that. So it's like, well, you could look at leasing, where your payments are going to definitely be lower, and then also you won't have to pay sales tax. You'll only be paying for you'll only be paying like the registration on it. So we decided to do that. Now here's the problem. because it is leased, I cannot customize this car. I cannot put exhaust on it. I can't do any sort of a build on it. I can't really change anything. I think like window tint is really the only thing that I can do on this car. Everything else has to be able to be put back into stock format when I have to turn this car in. It's a 3.5-year lease. I mean, that is a decent amount of time. I could probably do some simple stuff on it. But again, it kind of goes back to the whole money thing. It's like, at a point where I'm moved out of my parents' place, so I have rent, I have, payments to make on this, I have insurance, I have all sorts of this other stuff. It's just kind of money that could definitely be put towards better things. So at some point, I'm going to look at wanting to get, a faster motorcycle. I'm going to want to look at getting something like that, so I need to be saving up my money for that. So essentially, it's just kind of become more of a money, and I'm not really interested in doing this sort of stuff anymore. Where I'm working on cars for a living, it's kind of hard for me to want to work on cars in my free time. I know that sounds weird to a lot of people who may not necessarily be working on cars for a living, but it's like, you do get tired of it eventually. So I guess that's kind of where I sit. If I do decide to do something with this car, I will make a video and I'll upload it. Another thing that actually I probably could put on this channel that I'm also going to be putting on my motovlog channel is I'm getting a 2007 Pontiac G6 for $100. So I need to do some repairs to that once I finally get the title for it. And we'll get that running and driving. I'll probably do some really stupid build on that. I'll probably strip the interior and make it into some sort of a little like rally car or whatever. I don't know. But when I decide to do something with that car, I'll make videos on that. But as of right now, that's just an update. The reason I'm no longer active, like I said, is just kind of didn't really have anything to be making videos of, and just don't really want to be spending the money on stuff like that. Like I had my fun with the blue car, I did the things that I wanted to do to it, and then once I got the yellow GT, it was just there wasn't really anything to do, and then after I sold that, there hasn't been anything for me to make videos of. So it's just a quick little update, let you guys know what was going on. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later.